Hey guys, I'm Victoria. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you to my 5 subscribers. And you'll notice that my voice is really raspy. I haven't been taking a lot of whiskey, but I think I'm catching a cold. I hope I'm audible because this video is one that I'd promised to make a while ago. And today I've done research and I actually have my notes ready. And excuse me, I want to talk to you about who a narcissist is. This video might have been better off preceding the other one, but well, here we are. So I'm doing my research based off of the internet, and the place that I found the best information from is actually the website mayoclinic.org. So that's why I'm basing my information off of. And in their summary, they say that narcissism, it's a personality disorder. And they say that it's a mental health condition in which people have a very high sense of their own importance. Because of this, they need and look for too much attention and want people to admire them. They may not have the ability to understand others or care about them because they're just fixated on their own need for validation and appreciation. It kind of comes across as a bit shallow, but it's not just materialistic, because with a narcissist, it goes beyond the topical need to look good and feel useful. For a narcissist, it's like the appreciation and validation that they get from external sources. It's the essence of their being. They are like an empty shell, and your admiration and your emotions, they feed on your emotions. They use your emotions to enrich themselves. So they learn from a really early age, because it's something that needs a long time to polish. They're going to learn from an early age that if they can manipulate people in a certain way, they're going to get the emotions that they need from them, which are praises, validation, and okay, I won't use the word again. Just being made to feel like they are the sun that's shining on earth. So it's really bad to be with a narcissist, and the way that they get you hooked is that one of the things that attracts a narcissist to you is when they find you capable of supplying them with these emotions that they need. That's one thing that's going to attract them. So if you are someone who is really free with compliments, you love appreciating other people, you might be doing that from the bottom of your heart, but it's going to make you a ripe victim for a narcissist, so to speak. And I've headed over to another website. I'm trying to look at some of the traits that are going to alert you to the fact that you're dealing with a narcissist. And one of them is that they live in a fantasy. You're going to find out that the more you talk to a narcissist, the less in touch with reality they seem. Like, they're not in denial, although they're kind of in denial of reality, because reality is going to have equal parts of people who appreciate them and those who don't appreciate them, those who call them out for their nonsense. And that's one thing. A narcissist won't want to hear their weaknesses. When you start trying to talk about their weaknesses to them, they're just going to go, full psycho or something. They're going to do something to shut you down and stop that nonsense. So they like living in a world of fantasy where they are the king, they are the queen, they are the main essence of that world, and without them, that world can't exist. That's the perfect existence for a narcissist. And so with that, along those lines, A narcissist is also going to be someone who's really they're really focused on their appearance. They want to make sure that they look good, they sound good, just everything about them is good. So you're going to notice that it goes beyond just ironing their clothes and polishing their shoes. They're going to want to create this image of perfection to the world. And anything that you do to try and distort this image to the world, it's going to be an assault to them. So you can be sure that they will do things like gaslight you. They might turn violent just to try and get you to back off and not impact their the perfect image that they've created. Because I think the most important thing, and that I can't find any other website talking about, apart from a thread that I found on Quora like a while ago, it said that a narcissist is basically a hollow being. They are an empty person, if you can call them a person. They're just empty, and they use other people's emotions to fill themselves up. So they're like emotional vampires. Instead of sucking people's blood, they suck their emotions. So they know how to press certain buttons to get the emotions that they want to feed on at certain times. It sounds scary, and it sounds like something in you might hear about in a movie, but it's something that I've lived through. So I think that I might say that I'm a voice of reason. Anyway, when you're talking with a narcissist, you'll find that they want to be the main focus of the conversation. They're going to try and monopolize the conversation, and like, if you share a bad experience, they have a worse experience to show you up. If you share a good thing that you came across, they're going to share a better thing that they came across. If you talk about a tragedy that you've witnessed or gone through, they will have a tragedy that out-tragedies yours. They will always be the main, they have main character energy in a really bad way, in like all the bad ways of the word. So this, whatever I'm catching is really making me feel sick, but I had to upload this video because, well, I'm trying to grow my channel, and I hope that it's beneficial to you. So another sign that you're going to find in a narcissist is that, like I mentioned, they're fixated with their appearance. That goes for the physical appearance. So they will want to have clothes that look good. They will want to sound like they are educated, they are smart, they are fun, they are entertaining, they are everything positive, just so that they can create this image that they'll start living up to. I think narcissists are like the world's greatest entertainers, but in the worst possible way, because they can't entertain without putting down someone so that they can get the negative emotions that they feed on. And yeah, that's something else. Narcissists thrive on negative emotions from people. They will like it when you're angry. They will like it when you're sad. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're going to notice that they are always there at your lowest points in life. But when you really look at it objectively, you'll notice that they're not there to help you. They are there more like to absorb what you're going through, just to be a part of your process. But anytime you're happy, you've gotten your job, you've landed an amazing gig, they'll just be on the sidelines. And every now and then, if you're keen and you observe, you're going to catch them when their mask is off. And you'll notice that a narcissist isn't happy when you're happy, because when you're happy, you've found something that gives you purpose in life, and they don't want that. They want to be the purpose in your life so that they can keep stringing you along to feed off of your emotions. And another quality of narcissists is that they disregard other people. They actually, main character energy, as I said. Other people are just like supporting things in their world. They're just there so that they can further their cause, they can further their image, they can make them look good and sound good. So they don't really care about other people's emotions or anything else. For them, other people are just things that they have to coexist with so that they can live their perfect fairy tale life. And it might look shallow, but when you analyze it at a deeper level, you start realizing that it goes beyond the surface, because when you suddenly take that away, they get confused and they don't know how to act. So you're basically what they are thriving on, so another character of narcissists, as I mentioned, is they want praise, more praise. Just keep the praise coming. Tell them they look good, tell them they're smart, tell them they sound good, tell them they're the best lovers, they're the best cooks, they're the best teachers, they're the best parents. They are the best. I think I can't repeat this often enough. They want to hear you sing their praises. Typically, they won't sing their own praises themselves because it's better when it's coming from another person. But if they have to, they will. They might mention something that they're really good at so that they prompt you to say, oh yeah, you're really good at that. You're the best, and well, you'll be feeding their narcissism. Another thing that's going to be a narcissist's quality is that when something goes wrong, it's never their fault. Never their fault. If they act out when you're in public, it's because you spoke to them in the wrong tone, someone looked at them the wrong way, the wind changed direction too suddenly. It's just always going to be something else, but never them. And I've tried doing this. I've tried talking to a narcissist and telling them, hey, you know you were wrong because in this situation you did this. And I think that a logical and sane person who's aware of themselves and the people around them, they will maybe have acted like this or like this or like this. And every single time that I brought that up, it will become like, oh wow, so you think you're better than me. Oh wow, you are not right about this. Oh wow, I've been doing this all along and it's been working for me, so why are you trying to change me? It's just an endless blame game. It gets old really quick, but if you're damaged in a way that a narcissist can take advantage of, then you're the perfect source to the narcissists. What, spaghetti or chips or whatever they're eating. Okay, so another quality that you're going to notice in narcissists is that they are so scared of abandonment. They never want to be alone. Like, they will almost ask you to accompany them to the washroom. And well, they won't do that in this day and age because they have their phone. They can go with it to the washroom or to the bathroom. They'll be on TikTok, they'll be on YouTube, they'll be on anything else. And I realize that this is something that happens a lot in the modern day because our phones have become like a third limb for us. But for a narcissist, the phone is like, it's very important for them. They just can't exist without their phone because their phone is going to reduce their dependency on physical people. If they don't have access to phones and smartwatches, laptops, these technical gadgets that just make it really easy to be connected, then you're going to notice it right away. they'll never want to go anywhere alone. They won't want to sit alone by themselves for a long time. If you're maybe doing something with them and you get up to go, they will react in fear, like it's going to be fear. If you go somewhere with a narcissist and maybe you want to leave, even if it's somewhere where you have common friends or common interests, but they've come with you because you're their best friend, you're their closest, whatever you are to them, they won't want you to leave them. If they want to stay, they're going to try to manipulate them to manipulate you into staying with them. And if they fail, they're just going to live with you. And if they didn't want to leave, you're going to pay for that. Because with a narcissist, it's always black and white. It's always going to be, do something I like for me and I'll reward you. Do something that I don't like and I will punish you. And it's not punishment and reward on in the physical sense of, here I have this phone, here I have this chocolate. It's on a mental level, an emotional level, a spiritual level. They're going to do things that will affect your inner being, because like I said, they've had their whole life to perfect this. If they know that there are certain phrases you like or dislike, they will learn about them really fast and they're going to start using them to their advantage. If there's someone who's close to you in life, first of all, they're going to try and cut this person off. They will try to replace anyone who is close to you, because they want to be your main everything. They want to be your world, because you are their world, but you don't know it, because they make it seem like you're nothing. They can replace you in a heartbeat. That happens way down the road after they are done hooking you onto their game. And this is something that I'm going to talk about in another video. So, a narcissist is going to cut you off from the people who are closest to you. They will start pointing out errors. They'll say that your friends are gossips, your families are failures, they don't like you. They will just try to build walls between you and the people that you've grown up with, and they'll try to show you that they are better than the people that you know, just so you can get closer to them and get comfortable, let your guards down, and they will be able to start feeding off of your emotions. So another quality of a narcissist is they have unreasonable expectations. I think this is a part of their disorder, because they need you to be something very specific so that you can feed their needs, their psychotic needs. And no one in this world is perfect. You can't be perfect for someone else, even if you try, because they didn't create you, and so they can't control you. And honestly, you're going to be, eventually they're going to get you to be bending over backwards to try and please them, but you'll never be good enough. So they have unrealistic expectations. They'll expect you to look amazing after you've gone through life, and life has a way of getting you to not look amazing. Like maybe you've had kids, you don't have the best nutrition, you don't have time to exercise, you don't have time to take care of your mental space. But a narcissist is going to tell you, if a narcissist is a man, and by the way, this is a kind of disclaimer, narcissists can be female, they can be male, they can be any kind of gender out there. So whatever ideals, a narcissist is going to have a cardboard, a cookie cutter expectation of you. They will expect you to act a certain way, to like certain things, to hate certain things, to want to dress in a certain way, to enjoy certain things. They will have this very specific set of qualities that they need you to meet, because when you meet them, then you're going to be their perfect partner. You're going to be able to supply them with the emotions they need perfectly. And these expectations are unrealistic because, honestly, no one is perfect. And you had a life before you met them, but they won't want to think about this. The image of you that they got into their heads when they met you, it's the image that they created. It's the image that they're going to need you to become. So when someone is trying so hard to change you and they're trying to make you fit a mold that honestly no one can fit perfectly, then they're probably a narcissist. And the perfect person for a narcissist is one who is very, very, very deranged according to society. And that is going to be something for another video down the road. There's just so much to unpack about narcissists, and that's because narcissists can be your parents, as I said in the video about how narcissists are created. I talked about narcissists being made by narcissistic parents. So a narcissist can be your parent. They could be your child if your partner is a narcissist and they manipulate them and mold them into becoming one, then they're going to become a narcissist. They could be your partner, they could be your sibling, they could be your employer, they could be any role in life could be filled by a narcissist. So you can just find them anywhere you look. And the final quality, the final character of a narcissist that I can think of, and I don't know if I can find it anywhere, is that a narcissist is like, they will always have strings attached. There is nothing free from a narcissist. And I understand that in this day and age, like I read the 48 Laws of Power, and it says somewhere that there's nothing like a free lunch. Anyone who gives you something for free will probably want something back in return. And that makes sense because nature abhors a vacuum. So it's just give and take, I guess. And if you give endlessly, you're probably damaged in some way, as much as it sounds bad, but it's the sad truth. And so with a narcissist, it's going to be on a whole other level, because there are never, ever going to be any free gifts. There will always be a string attached. Even if they look at you in a certain way, they will expect you to reciprocate with something. If they give you something, you're going to pay for it. If they do something for you, you're going to pay for it. There is always an emotional, mental, spiritual, psychological string attached to a narcissist. Because like I said, you are their essence. They don't have anything. So when they do something for you, it's because they're trying to fill a space inside them. And it's really unfortunate because it's not possible to fill a gap in your life with someone else's existence. So it's really unrealistic. And it's a headache. And if anyone knows how to cure a cold before it gets to like COVID levels, please let me know in the comments, because I feel like, man, it's really bad. Anyway, I hope it's going to get better. And those are the qualities of a narcissist that I can think of. If you can think about any others that I left out, please let me know in the comments. Because in 2020, I went through a really long battle, and that's where I polished my knowledge on narcissism and manipulation, gaslighting, those buzzwords that we hear everywhere. And I read up on them a lot. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to share that information with you in a way that's going to enrich your lives, or maybe help you avoid falling into a pit that you're going to just regret being inside. And life is always a learning process. So if you feel like I've missed out on something, please let me know in the comments. If you feel like I'm wrong, I've made a blanket assumption or whatever it is, just let me know. Talk to me in the comments, and honestly, I'm going to welcome that, because it's going to be helpful for me. And I'm going to keep reading up on narcissism to just add on to what I have, because some of these things I can discuss them off of the top of my head, just based on experiences that I've had. Because like I said, a narcissism can be anyone in your life, and I've come across narcissists at different levels. And when I mentioned that narcissists like to live in a world of fantasy, they like perfection and perfect appearances, that doesn't mean that a narcissist can't be broke, they can't be dirty, they can't be ugly. But, and wow, I know I've opened a can of worms, but I guess I'll address it down the road. So, yeah, you can find a narcissist at, honestly, just don't assume that someone is going to be more predisposed to being a narcissist because they have a certain position, or they are in a certain point or a certain stage of their lives. Just keep an eye open and keep your mind open. And when you keep your mind open, it means to keep it open both ways. I've seen people call people narcissists who really are just people having a bad day, or people who have been brought up poorly, or people who have excuse me, I'm going to edit my videos in the future so you won't have to deal with this. And yeah, so yeah, you're going to come across a narcissist in, anyway, I think I've started repeating myself, so that's a sign I need to end this video. And I hope to hear from you in the comments. If you're dealing with a narcissist, don't try to put them in their place or revenge or anything like that. It's pointless. It's like trying to fight a shadow, or trying to punch water, or trying to make air feel feelings. Just if you find out that you're dealing with a narcissist, just walk away. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself, for the people who love you, and you're going to be thankful for the rest of your life that you did that. As much as you might have a feelings of revenge, just please let them go. Please go watch a movie, go listen to music, go do something, just let it go. That's often the most logical way. And yeah, like I was saying, you shouldn't brand someone a narcissist just because they perfectly fit one of the qualities that I've talked about. All narcissists will have more than, I think, 4 of those qualities. So if they tick a majority of those boxes, then you're probably dealing with a narcissist. But if they tick one box with a bolded tick, but they don't tick any of the others, you should maybe look at other things. Like I said, having a bad day, having grown up with too little exposure, so they literally don't know how to deal with people. And yeah, just don't condemn everyone and call them a narcissist just because they've done something that you don't like. I think that in the coming years or months even, we're going to see narcissists calling other people narcissists, because like I said, the narcissist wants you to be perfect in every single way. So on a point of introspection, if you find that you are always having issues with other people, maybe the problem is you. So try and work on yourself. Like a psychologist I once knew, and I was dealing with them about a case with a loved one. Like they told me that, it's fine because we'd taken this person to rehab for like the third time in a year, and they would always revert back to their habits. So this psychologist looked at their history, and for that, honestly, I thank them. I'm glad that they kind of did their job, because another one might have just said, oh yeah, bring them in, we'll work on them. If they fail, then yeah, let's try again. But that one actually took the time. They looked at the history. They saw that this person had sought help elsewhere. We'd tried to hold interventions. We tried some other things. And here we were back again at a different professional's place seeking for help. And they said that you might be seeing that this person has a problem, but if they don't see the problem themselves, then they're not going to solve it. It's, to simplify it, it's the proverb or whatever it is that says that you can take a donkey to the river, but you can't make a donkey drink. Even if you seek help for someone with a problem, unless they admit that they have a problem, they can't get help. They won't accept the help, and it's not going to help them. So if you realize that you have a problem, if in this video you said, oh wow, that sounds like me more than 5 times, then honestly, that's where the path to recovery starts. And there is no shame in getting better. You're going to do yourself good. You're going to do the people around you good. So yeah, if anyone can be a narcissist, including you. Tune back for my next video. Thanks for making it to the end of this. Like, subscribe, stay safe, stay happy, and bye.